Hi, I'm Adrian Singh and welcome to my webinar. Not too long ago, I have been looking on the internet and looking at all what's trending lately, and I came across this book, Expert Secrets by Russell Brunson. I purchased on Amazon and received it just a couple weeks ago. And I must say, the book has not let me down. Simply cannot put it down. There is so much to learn from this book in terms of building your expertise in being an expert in any field and how to sell, how to market, how to grow your business. So I thought about doing a series of webinars on some of the learnings I got from this book. So this is about one of the first that really explains as best as I can from the book about how to become an expert. And all you really need is passion. That's it. You don't need startup capital. You don't need anything, just passion. You don't even have to have a university degree to have an expert. All you need is passion. And we all have passion in some area in our lives. Something that keeps us going. Something we take for granted. It could be you love to cook, you have a hobby in sports, you love to do something that you have excelled in without realizing it. It can be anything at all that you can teach and you can share with someone who has a similar interest but just have not been so far along the journey as you have been. So in Russell Brunson's book, he drew reference to the story of Jacob Hiller. And I'll just talk a little bit about him because it really brings home the point of how simple we can take for granted experts, the expert inside of us, and being able to harness what we know and leverage it into something great. So Jacob Hiller, all he wanted to do as a young kid was to dunk basketballs. That's all. He was terrible in the beginning. He wasn't able to do it. He kept missing and he kept working on his vertical jump. And over time he realized he was getting better and better at it. And he kept working, and while developing his jump through techniques on his own plus research that he had made, he was making notes, he was recording, he was videoing the jump that he was doing, and he was posting his notes and his videos on YouTube and Facebook. And pretty soon there began to be a following. People started to look at what he was doing, following his story. They became intrigued because they too, in their own way, wanted to develop their jump, but they were not as good as he had become. And they saw that he was an ordinary guy who started with nothing and became better and better. So he began to have a following, and the following started with 0 for a long time. Nobody was watching. Then 10, then 100, 1,000. It grew to 10,000 and 20,000 and even more. He became very popular on YouTube and Facebook with this particular skill that he was developing. And very soon people began to see him as an expert. And this is all that an expert is, right? People started to post questions, ask for his comments, give feedback, and he became an authority in this vertical jump that he was developing. And when he realized that his followings was getting better and better, improving in numbers, and the amount of interest that people had, not for the want of money, but he began to try to help people. He decided to try to develop products that will be helpful, online products that he can sell because he has to fund his hobby, right? It started as a hobby, but now he has to fund it. And he developed products that people can benefit from to be able to develop their jump and to fast track what had taken them a long time to learn. They can learn it in a shorter period of time by not going through the errors that he might have made along the way. And over time, the sales improved, and today he earns millions of dollars every year. He does not have to have a job, he does not have to work. The sales of these products alone can fund him for many, many years to come because he leveraged his passion to become an expert. And you too can become an expert in anything you're excited about. Just start geeking out. Just start researching and developing your idea so that you can turn your passion into studying and learning and implementing, and then becoming an expert on your own way, and then helping others. And after that, once you start to help others, you can then monetize and make a lot of millions of dollars over time. So I just wanted to share that story because I thought it was very, very powerful from Expert Secrets. I thought it was a very powerful story that anyone can be an expert. You don't have to have a university degree. You know, all you have to do is you have to find your passion and excel in that area, and then start sharing with others so that they see you as an expert in your field and they start to look towards you for guidance to be able to fast track their learning because they too have an interest. I thank you for your time and look forward to seeing you on my next webinar.